The hypocrisy of political correctness, natural monogamy, and the link to depression. In recent years, the rise of political correctness has sparked debates around freedom of expression, social norms, and the natural inclinations of human behavior. While political correctness aims to foster inclusivity and respect, it has also been criticized for creating an environment where people feel constrained and fearful of expressing their true thoughts and desires. This atmosphere can particularly impact discussions surrounding human relationships and sexuality. This essay argues that political correctness has inadvertently suppressed open dialogue about human nature, specifically regarding monogamy, and that this suppression contributes to issues such as depression, stemming partly from a lack of fulfilling sexual relationships. The hypocrisy of political correctness. Political correctness, at its core, aims to minimize offense and promote a respectful and inclusive society. However, the movement is often criticized for being hypocritical by silencing opinions that deviate from the accepted narrative. This creates a culture of fear, where people hesitate to voice their true beliefs or desires, especially on sensitive topics like sex and relationships. A study by Bradley Campbell and Jason Manning in Microaggressions and Moral Cultures suggests that political correctness fosters an environment where self-censorship becomes the norm, discouraging honest conversation about human behavior and needs. Campbell and Manning, 2018. This self-censorship becomes problematic when discussing natural human inclinations, such as monogamy. There is a prevailing assumption, often unchallenged due to political correctness, that monogamy is the normal or moral state for human beings. However, this assumption is at odds with anthropological and biological evidence. Human nature and monogamy. A scientific perspective. Scientific evidence suggests that humans are not inherently monogamous. Anthropological research by Christopher Ryan and Casilda Jetha in their book, Sex at Dawn, indicates that human beings, for most of their evolutionary history, lived in small, egalitarian groups where sexual relationships were fluid and communal. This polyamorous structure helped strengthen social bonds and ensure genetic diversity. Ryan and Jetha, 2010. Furthermore, the work of Helen Fisher, a renowned biological anthropologist, shows that while humans can form strong pair bonds, there is also a natural predisposition for multiple sexual partners. Fisher's research on the brain's chemistry during romantic love reveals that while love and attachment have a biological basis, so does the desire for novelty and new experiences. Fisher, 2004. Studies on other primates, our closest relatives, reinforce this view. For instance, the mating behavior of bonobos and chimpanzees, two species with which humans share about 98% of their DNA, suggests that non-monogamous mating strategies can provide evolutionary advantages. Bonobos, known for their complex social structures and frequent sexual interactions, use sex to mitigate conflicts, form alliances, and maintain social harmony. Duvall, 1997. This behavior reflects a potential evolutionary strategy that benefits group cohesion rather than strict monogamy. Lack of sexual fulfillment and its link to depression. The suppression of open dialogue about human sexuality due to political correctness may have serious consequences for mental health. One significant area affected is sexual fulfillment. Research indicates that sexual satisfaction is closely linked to overall well-being and mental health. A study published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior found that sexual activity positively correlates with happiness and well-being, while lack of sexual activity can lead to increased feelings of loneliness, anxiety, and depression. Blanchflower and Oswald, 2004. Depression, in particular, is a growing concern in today's society. The World Health Organization, WHO, identifies depression as one of the leading causes of disability worldwide. While many factors contribute to depression, including genetic, psychological, and environmental factors, the role of unmet sexual needs is often overlooked. The lack of sexual satisfaction or expression can lead to frustration, low self-esteem, and a sense of disconnection, all of which are risk factors for depression. A study by the Kinsey Institute found that individuals who experience dissatisfaction in their sex lives are more likely to report symptoms of depression and anxiety. Lauman et al., 1994. Political correctness and its consequences. The hypocrisy of political correctness lies in its attempt to create a more inclusive and open-minded society while, paradoxically, stifling discussions that could lead to greater understanding of human nature. When people feel they cannot speak openly about their sexual desires or question the conventional norms around relationships, such as monogamy, they are deprived of the opportunity to explore alternative perspectives that might better align with their nature and needs. By promoting a monogamous ideal without considering its fit with our biological and psychological makeup, society may inadvertently contribute to feelings of inadequacy, guilt, or repression among those who find monogamy unfulfilling or unnatural. These feelings can exacerbate mental health issues, including depression, particularly when combined with the lack of satisfying sexual relationships. This dynamic creates a cycle where the inability to discuss or challenge the status quo results in personal dissatisfaction and, ultimately, greater mental health challenges. Conclusion: the rise of political correctness, while well-intentioned, has created an environment where open discussion about natural human inclinations is often suppressed. The assumption that monogamy is the natural or moral state for all people is one such area that remains largely unchallenged due to fear of offending societal norms. However, scientific evidence suggests that humans are not inherently monogamous and that forcing monogamy can lead to dissatisfaction and even depression. Moreover, the lack of open dialogue about sexual needs and desires can contribute to feelings of isolation and inadequacy, further exacerbating mental health issues. To create a truly inclusive and healthy society, it is essential to encourage open, honest discussions about human nature, sexuality, and the variety of relationship structures that might better align with our diverse needs.